My name is AJ Friar, and I am with Infamous Horrors today.
AJ, what's happening? How you doing?
Hey, Boyd, so great to meet you finally, man. This movie is so impactful, and so much is going on in the curse. So, what did you find appealing when you were reading the script?
To be honest with you, I was a very big fan of Sean Ellis's work. I usually, of course, the story and the script, something in that time period. I've always been fascinated with people who pioneer in the world, or who are living before electricity and the sort of modern, accommodations. But it was really Sean, and just knowing that he's a really talented filmmaker and is going to make a great movie. And Alistair Petrie, and then Kelly Riley, of course, get to work with these guys. That was a big thing.
Right. And I was talking to Alistair early this morning, and I'm like, the horror genre is really the only genre where you can feed people vegetables with their desserts, with everything that goes on in this movie. It's a family drama, it's a war drama. So when you got all that going on, it's got to be really fun to witness all that on screen when it's finished, and you can finally watch it when it's all said and done.
Yeah. I mean, we did this in two phases because the pandemic affected us a little bit, so we came back and got it done. But yeah, Sean has a great way of creating an atmosphere. Again, with that filmmaking technique of just creating tension and retching that tension up, and in such an elegant way too of the cinematography.
Right, and I've noticed over the past few years you gravitated towards the genre of film itself, for Predators, and even your BJ Novak. So the premise, your episode on there could be considered genre because of the subject matter, and then the Cursed. So really, what really speaks to you about the genre and what you can do within the genre of film?
Well, I don't know if I initially just set out to do that, or if that's just how the cards kind of got played. But with specifically this genre, it's what the film was about. It's very identifiable of what it is, and it's so it makes the sort of out of bounds, inbounds of what to play really clear as well. And so that's just kind of the way things have been. But I wouldn't be surprised if it just went the completely opposite way in the next couple of years too. So we'll see what happens.
Right. Because Alistair said you were an actor first, and you got this ensemble cast, and you're the main one who really works with everybody in this film, because your character goes out and searches the woods and deals with all these characters. So how was that like working with Alistair and Kelly in this as well?
Well, as you can tell, they're great actors and they're very experienced, and they really welcomed me. Being the pretentious actor, staying in voice for me, because playing a Brit was a bit different, and came with a bit more challenge than something else I've done before, whether it be Australian or somebody from the Northeast or something like that. And so they're good playmates. They put up with me pretty well, and they a lot of encouragement. And with acting, it's not a one-way street. You need the other person there to tango, so to say. So they're just great teammates.
Right, and your character as well got to deal with some of the monsters in the film as well. So what were your takeaways from some of the visual effects in this film? Because they were quite astounding when I was watching the film.
Yeah. I mean, we had some excellent special effects on set, with a full animatronic creature, and then was enhanced by some CGI, but it was all it was real in camera work. So it wasn't like you were reacting to a tennis ball floating in the air somewhere. This thing was full animatronic. People were controlling it, moving it. It was pretty gnarly.
Right. And I got to say, this is probably one of my favorite horror movies of the year, especially with Scream coming back as well, which is really a huge compliment to this film itself. So, and you've been in other genre films like we mentioned before. So do you have any favorite horror film yourself?
Oh gosh. I mean, The Shining is always going to be up there. I grew up with the Freddy Kruegers, the Jasons, and the Michael Myers of the world. So the Halloween films will always probably terrify me. There's something about that one that's pretty freaky. But in the last couple of years, there's been some great ones. Hereditary is an epic film.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because one of my old coworkers and I were like the only people at my work that enjoyed that, and we got thrown at the stakes for enjoying Hereditary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good film. Hey, man, don't be biased. It's good as good.
All right, Boyd. Well, thank you so much for joining us at infamoushorrors.com, and congratulations, bud. It's been fun.
AJ, man, pleasure talking with you. See you on the next one, bud.